Uh, Good evening, everyone. I will be taking the lectures on commercial plant breeding. Moving on, today we are taking very important topic, that is varietal release, testing, and notification system. You know, in India we have different agroclimatic zones, right? Northeastern zone, northwestern zone. You can see that there are temperature changes within 50 kilometers. Sometime you are seeing that at Muradabad there is rain, but at Gajraula there is no rain, right? So you see how this climatic changes affect the crop growth patterns, right? So there is consolidated system at the central level, which is Central Varietal Release Committee, and at the state level of each state, State Varietal Release Committee. Now, when you are releasing variety for the state, what procedure you have to go through? All set of procedure by F1, F2, and preliminary yield trial, coordinated yield trial, and at different location we are testing to have good zero time into environment interaction, so that our variety is effectively released and its yield is more. Okay, so that our variety is effectively released and our yield is more. So ICR has set up different agroclimatic zones, and you know that for the plant reproduction and other seed-related matters and germplasm, National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resources is there, right, which supports all the databases. And the state agriculture universities like GB Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Punjab Agriculture University, Sher Kashmir University of Jammu and Kashmir, right, they are there to conduct varietal trial, right? ICR sends its requirement to the university. Universities are then coding, then sending the material. ICR is coding them, and the same material is sent in Jammu. Same material is sent in Andhra Pradesh. The same material is sent, but you won't know it. The breeder doesn't know it because it is coded, so that there is fair trialing and seed varietal release in India, right? One act is there which is very important related to this, PPV and FR, the Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmer Right Act 2001. It provides for registration of new plant varieties and ensure the protection of intellectual property rights of the breeder. This also acts for the notification of new plant varieties. It is responsible for notification of new plant varieties. Now moving on, as commercial plant breeding, we are producing commercialized seed. Now we will see some seed production techniques, right? We should have effective seed production techniques so that we are getting high yielding and disease resistant crop varieties, and that we are able to provide to the farmers. Now, this is the main goal of utilizing effective seed production technique. Now, types of seed, right? According to pollination, you will say that it would be self-pollinated or cross-pollinated. Self-pollinated, whose anther and stigma are there on the same flower, right? Now we due to them the selection method is employed, like pure line selection is employed for self-pollinated plants, right? Now pedigree method is there, in which how we are using it, the proper record is kept, right? And I want to tell you one thing, for maintaining the segregating generation. Segregating generation means F2, F3, F2 back cross. So we are using pedigree, bulk and back cross, राइट. सिमिलरली क्रॉस पोलिनेटेड क्रॉप्स, जहाँ पे एंथर टू स्टिग्मा जो जाता है वो कहाँ से जाता है, ठीक है, वन फ्लावर टू अनदर फ्लावर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मेज, सोरगम, सनफ्लावर, इन दिस वी आर यूजिंग मास सिलेक्शन. एंड वन मोर थिंग, मास सिलेक्शन इज यूज फॉर purification of pure lines also, right? Then hybridization is there. Why we are doing hybridization? To create new components. We are crossing two parents, we are getting F1, we are creating F2, we are utilizing the variation and developing the varieties with the latest generation from F10, F8, right? Then one important thing is their quality should also be there, because when we are selling something commercial scale, We should have the quality, otherwise farmer won't purchase it. So Indian government has established national seed quality control system to regulate the quality of seed produced and sold in the country. The NSQ system conducts physical, physiological trials of the seeds, right? And in the first slide, I have discussed with you about the crop variety release committee, or the central variety release committee, right? And the state varietal release committee. So, what are the steps in registration of the varieties in CVRC? One is the breeder of new crop variety applies for registration with the protection of plant varieties and farmer right authority, right? Then dust testing is there. Distinctiveness, the variety is distinct, uniform, stable. We are checking this. Then we are evaluating multi-location trial so that we are having the performance of genotype in different environment, right? Then recommendation is there with the committee, right? And after that notification is there in Gazette of India, भारत का राजपत्र, उसमें notification आ जाता है. Now moving on, what are the principle of seed production? सिद्धांत क्या है? Principle of seed production include selection of suitable plant. वो तो करेंगे आप, right? We will select suitable plant, controlled pollination, right? Maintenance of genetic purity, right? And why we are maintaining genetic purity? Because we should have good quality and good sale of the seed, right? What are the techniques of seed production? How we are doing? By inbreeding, right? By taking cross-pollinated plant and selfing their pollen in them only, right? Hybridization for getting novel variation, genetic engineering by transfer of genes and other things, quality testing in like brassica, and oil seed and all. ठीक है. अब मॉडर्न टेक्निक्स क्या है सीड प्रोडक्शन? ठीक है, तो वन इज सीड प्राइम. सीड प्राइमिंग इन्वॉल्व्स द प्री germination of seeds to improve the germination of rate and vigor. These are all the processes which are enhancing the life of seed, and they're improving the quality, like seed priming. You are providing pre-germination to the seed so to have good rate and vigor. You are using tissue culture method in which plants whose embryo is not stable or it dies. You are using marker assisted selection so that you are getting exact genotypic values, and you are comparing with the phenotypic values so that you are getting good results, right? So that's all for today. We have taken a little bit fast, but it's okay. I think you people have understood it. Thank you.